Hi, today I'd like to talk about anxiety because thousands and thousands of people suffer from anxiety to the point where I think it's now become an epidemic. And many of those people have tried so many things to resolve their anxiety, and they've tried medication but still feel anxious in their body and even have panic attacks. And I have many people coming into my clinic who suffer from anxiety as well. So I'd like to share what I know about this disorder from a hypnotherapy perspective. So the brain's number one job is to keep us alive, and it will always move us away from pain and towards pleasure. So people with anxiety, their brains have learned at some point in their life that something is not safe. So I want to relate this to public speaking because many people feel anxious when they get up to speak in front of a group of people. In fact, I was one of them. For many years, I used to get panic attacks when I knew that I had to speak in front of a group of people, and it was really debilitating for me. And even when I was doing my yoga teacher training, I remember crumbling on the floor in tears and thinking, oh my God, I'm never ever going to be able to do this because of the anxiety that I experience. But what happened for me was that I was humiliated in class when I was a 7-year-old. I got up to speak and the teacher humiliated me and the kids laughed. And my brain learned at that point in time that it's not safe for me to express myself in public. So years later, even though I wanted to speak in public because I needed to for my work, my brain was still keeping me safe. My brain was actively moving me away from pain. So it's almost like the brain says to you in that moment, remember what happened when you were a 7-year-old, when you were humiliated. It's my job to keep you safe. So I'm going to do everything possible to stop you from speaking in public. And this is exactly what happens with anxiety. Your brain thinks that something is unsafe, and it's trying to stop you from doing something, either leaving the house or going to work, whatever it is. It will create these symptoms in your body to keep you safe. I work with a technique in my work called role function purpose. And through the power of hypnosis and regression, I ask the subconscious mind to take a person back to the root cause and the reason why they suffer from anxiety. Then we gather information about where the anxiety came from. And I also ask the anxiety itself what its role, function, and purpose is in a person's life. I would say that 95% of the time, the anxiety always says that it's there to protect the person. So one of the most powerful ways to resolve anxiety is to find out where that faulty programming is in the subconscious mind. You see, we have the conscious mind, which is the analytical mind, but we have the deeper layer of the mind, which is the subconscious mind. And this is the part of the mind that acts. This is where we have programs that limit us from moving forward in our lives. So as far as anxiety is concerned, there's a limiting program in there, like a faulty piece of software that thinks that it needs to protect us in some way. So we need to go in and we need to sort it out. Another thing that's really important to understand about anxiety is that once you go in and you find the root cause of it and you deal with it at a deep subconscious level, you then use the power of your mind to change the state of your body. You see, one of the rules of the body and mind is that what the mind says yes to, the body says yes to, and what the mind says no to, the body says no to. So we have this powerful, powerful tool that we can use to change the way we experience our body. If you do have anxiety, I just want to let you know that it doesn't have to be a lifelong sentence. You can absolutely heal from this. Have the most beautiful day.